Hey everyone, RRollergod here doing a video on networking for you today. Not that long ago I got a message from a YouTube user named DJVO23. He's roughly my age, and he was asking the question, you're my age and I'm having a really hard time getting gigs, can you help me? And so I'm just going to give you a little lowdown on how I network and get gigs. Got a couple notes here. First things first, networking and kissing ass is one and the same. I mean, I'm not trying to sound mean or anything here, but the happier your client is, the more chance of them telling their friends, about you is much higher, and the more people that know about you, the more gigs you can book. So, simple as that. Business cards are key. You have to have these with you at all times. If you forget them at home, you're screwed, because people think that if you have a business card, you're professional and all that stuff. Here's my card. Now, see, granted, I don't have a preview screen on my camera, so I can't really point to anything or see how it looks, but hopefully it's working out good. Anyway, this is my card. Mobile DJ Entertainment. You always have to state the obvious on your card, saying what you do and who you are. So, yeah, I have all my info on there. Got my name, my number, website, and email, all that good stuff on there, and got the RRollergod logo up there. Now these cards are old. I am making new ones as we speak. So yes, and always, if you can, order them through a printing company, because then they could give you like 500 at a time for a really good price. I mean, I printed these myself. I went to Office Depot, and you could buy those pre-perforated sheets to just slip in your printer, and then you use Microsoft Word. And they have a template for business cards. You could use that, and that works out pretty well. But I'm going to probably be switching to mass-producing them at some printing company. Make a website. I have my website on there, but right now my website's down because I'm upgrading it. But even if it's like a cheap free website, it works. You need one. If you don't have one right now, people really won't remember you, and if you have one, you have more chance of being discovered, because it'll be on like all these search engines and stuff, and if you tag it right and you make it well, people will find you on the internet and they'll say, hey, they're in my area, I'll book him because I'm looking for a DJ. So it's much better to have a website. I mean, I'll probably do another video in the future on my website once it's done, and I'll give you a couple tips on what you can do with that. But make sure you have a website. Tell everyone you know that you DJ. When I started this, I had tons of people say, whoa, you DJ? That's kind of cool. I gotta see you do this. So they were either going to a party that was already hiring me or something, and then they were impressed by me, and I give them a stack of cards. Whenever they're impressed by it, I give them a stack of maybe 25 cards, 50 cards, and then they hand those out, because they're thinking, okay, he's cool. I'm gonna give out his cards to promote him and all that stuff. Do your first gig for free. If you've never done this at all, do your first gig for free. It'll get your name out, and it'll give you good terms with your first client. I did that, and it was a block party. I don't have the video for it anymore. I did take video, but I don't have the video anymore. And I did it for free, and there was probably a head count of 150 people there, and pretty much all my cards were gone at the end of the night, and I did get 2 gigs out of that, so it was really fun, and it worked out great. Do your first gig for free. Tell your friends that they'll do your first gig for free, or their first party, and when they hire you, do your first party with them for free, because they always invite teenagers. Now, I am a teenager, and I can't call the pot can't call the kettle black, I guess you could say. But teenagers, they always tell their parents, hey, I want this and I want that. I admit it, I do it too. But the thing is, if you do a party very well in front of other teenagers, they'll say, hey, I'm having a party coming up soon, can you do it for me? I'm going to beg my parents for you. That's happened to me numerous times. And no offense to you older guys, Brian, Jonathan, no offense to you guys, but teenagers tend to hire teenagers because they think we know the music better, which I disagree with that on their thought process, but I'm not arguing. So I get hired many times just because I am my age. And when you do parties with friends, there's many more teenagers there, and they'll be like, hey, I'm impressed with you. Can you do my party? I'm going to beg my parents for you, and this kind of stuff. Because the parents have the money. For teen DJs, always make sure that the parents are pleased before you focus on the younger crowds. Because the older the people are, the quicker they leave. And the parents are the ones with the money, not the kids. So you want to make sure that they're happy before the teenagers are happy. Make sure you do all their requests early on and impress them and do a lot of mic work and make sure that they know that you're professional and you're not kidding around. Because the better off they are, and if they're happy, then they'll hire you. Because with a lot of these parties, usually what happens is if a teenager was invited, the parents show up, they stay for a few minutes while they talk to the other parents, and if you're playing then, and you play something that they like, they'll stick around and say, hey, you know what you're doing, I like you, my kid has a party coming up, can I hire you, that kind of thing, and that always works out. It's happened to me. Now this is a little bit off the topic of networking, but when at the gig, check in with the client often. Make sure that they're satisfied, that you're playing the right music and all that. The happier they are, the more chance of a tip, and the more chance of them to talk with their friends about you. I did say this before, but if they're happy, they'll talk to other people and make sure that they know you and they'll hire you and you do a good job. So basically, it all goes back to the first statement I said. Networking and kissing ass is the same thing. It does sound very wrong. It does seem pretty rude and stuff, but sadly it's true. So hope that helped you, DJ VO, and practice and enjoy.